So welcome back, everyone. I am now excited about bringing on my next guest, who looks fantastic, by the way. I have Cheryl Bashore, and she is the owner of Image Skin and Spa Center. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, and let me be the first on radio to say happy birthday, baby.
Thank you! Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I've had people call that have been on my show just call in and wish me happy birthday. It's been so much fun. Thank you so much.
How does it get any better than that?
It has been fun. Now, let's talk a little bit about you, what you do. I've actually experienced you, which has really kind of been really neat, and it's helped me quite a bit, and I wanted so much to let that word out on that, and I wanted you to come back and talk about it. Go ahead.
That's awesome. What do I do?
Well, what do you do? Tell them exactly what you do.
Well, I'm an image consultant, a makeup artist, and a skin guru, and I sell products. But what is different about what I do versus other people is I give a lot of education with that. And the things that I give are a way for you to put yourself together and never ever be in question about what to wear, how to wear it, and what to do with your face, your hair, your makeup, all of those things.
I'm going to tell you right now, ladies out there, and gentlemen too, because I know you work with men as well. But I'm going to say this. The truth of the matter is after 50, you think you're great, right? You think you're doing really well, and all of a sudden, you're not. And so all of a sudden, you're like, okay, everything I was doing is not working now. What are the certain things that I should do? What are the tricks? That is what you did for me. And I really appreciated that. And it wasn't just about products. It was much more than that. And color and wearing things, what to wear, and how to put yourself together. And that was terrific. You have a camp that you're doing, and I want to get that out about that. And you want to invite people to it. So let's go ahead and do that.
I do. I have a beauty camp. And what that is a time frame where we get together and we do certain things. Like, for instance, we'll do color analysis. We'll do a fashion personality analysis. I don't know if we did that on you, but that's really a critical part of how you put yourself together.
I think we did, and I think you knew what was me.
I pretty much do, but I think it's important. When I first started doing this business 20 years ago, and I found out I was a dramatic fashion personality, I could have spent so much less on therapy. I just was raised in Idaho, and I thought that there was something weird about me, that I wanted to wear makeup and have my hair a different color every other week. I'm just that kind of personality. But most people, you're either a natural, where you like to wear tennis shoes, you like to ride a horse, you like to be out of doors, you don't want to spend all day in the bathroom, though I don't either. People think I do, but I just know what to do and how to do it and how to do it quickly. There are other people that are romantic, and they like to wear lace and frills and curly hair. I look terrible in that. And then there are other people that are classic, like Hillary Clinton tries to be a classic, but she never ever looks put together. Even when she was in the White House, they're not listening in, are they?
I'm not sure.
President
It's okay.
Clinton.
Hillary, it's okay.
They had the money to spend on the hair and all that stuff, and she was really looking good then. But now that she's in the Secretary of State, her skirts are too long and her hair's too frumpy, and there's so many things.
We want to give her a call.
Yeah, we do. Hillary.
No, here's the thing. You are going to do this for I'm just going to give it to everyone who calls in.
The first 10 people.
10 people. So here's what we're going to do. It's a $100 value. And I'm going to let you call here, and I'm going to let you call throughout the rest of the show for it. And this is not just for you. Maybe it's for someone that you know that you want to give them to. It's a $100 value. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. What are you going to do at the camp besides, find out their personality?
Well, we could drink wine. I don't know, but or lemonade. Everybody has skin concerns. That seems to be the #1 thing, especially as we age. I've told you before, I started this when I was 45, and I figured I was just done, because at 45 my hair was starting to gray and my skin was looking. Even though I've been using skincare since I was 15, I really didn't understand what product you used and why. I thought it was just always a sales thing, and that you had to use everything from one line is just to make that person money. But the truth of the matter is that these products are made, and they're scientifically made. You know, we have the latest anti-aging product, like the ozone tool that I talked to you about after your party, and you go, why aren't you showing this to everybody first? Duh, that's a good idea. Yeah, this product is just one of many, but it's amazing the advancement that has happened in skincare, and not everybody's face is the same. And not everybody has the same kind of concerns. You know, I've had people tell me that I don't really have to, you know, I was just born this way. Well, I finally went on Facebook. I know my aunt's not listening to this program, or my cousins. And I printed off their pictures, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start showing people what I really could look like if I didn't do the things I do. Is that terrible?
No.
That's kind of terrible.
It's actually funny.
I mean,
right.
I mean, I look at their sun-damaged skin, and I look at their, you know, I'm not here to tell people to wear makeup. I would never do that. But honestly, almost everybody needs it. Men are so fortunate. They really don't. They don't need mascara. And you know, if they're blonde like I am, they don't, you know, I don't know. They just seem to get away with murder.
Well, they do. But here's the thing about us women. And by the way, though, I'm going to say this. I have known to people out there that are in business that do take photos and things like that, that even men have worn, and even today they are more conscious about their age and their aging and all of that. Skincare is just, all of that is about all of us just aging. But what I love about you the most is that you're not selling somebody, you're talking to them and helping them recognize where they could do some changes that will just, it makes like a world of difference. It could be just the color of their mascara. I mean, not their mascara, their eyeshadow. It could be a lipstick color or what have you. And I like the way that you help them also by starting with the color on their, you know, in their clothes and this and that. And it'll change. It could change you 100%. If you're in business, boy, when you feel great, you do great all day.
And it's amazing because color analysis was really big in the 80s, and then it kind of got, there was a company, Color Me Beautiful, that I think charged for that, and then our president at the time decided it would be a free thing, and that really got us on the map, so to speak. But then you know, the spa thing came in, and image is coming back. I think people are really tired of looking like a grunge, and I mean, I go to the airport and I'm just so surprised at some of the stuff that they wear at the airport. I mean, back when I was growing up, you couldn't do that.
Absolutely. Look what we were used to be in the 50s. Look at where we are today. I think ever since they made the Casual Friday,
yeah,
it started with Casual Friday, and the next thing you know, I mean, my gosh, we used to go to if you went to Las Vegas, you wore a gown. They wear flip-flops now. So, you know, think about this. Now, she's offering for everyone the we've got the first 10 callers. We've got $100 that it's a beauty camp that you're going to get from her. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You want to check her out on her website, which is imageskinandspa.com. You can also call her direct. Her number is 480-707-9459. But call in here, get this, if it's not for you, give it to someone you know. They will absolutely love you for it. Again, that number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Before we go to a break, what do you want to say?
I also wanted to say, I have another commercial running that's $95 value in products, and you get that for $45, and I'm mobile. I will honor that as well, but I'm really, I don't want to drive anymore.
Right.
I have so much to offer that I'd rather do it in a private setting where, you know, you and a friend can come. It'll change your life. My customers that are still with me in 20 years say that all the things that I taught them have totally changed the way they put themselves together, and that really floats my boat.
And again, this is for anybody out there. If you're in business, it's going to change your world. When you feel good, you're going to do good, and if you know somebody out there that could use something like this, give it to them. It's $100 value, and the first 10 callers are going to get it. Again, our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100, and you can check her out on her website. It is imageskinanspa.com. We'll be back in just a minute, and I want to give more of these away. We'll be back in just a minute. So welcome back. We are having fun here with Cheryl Bashore. She is the owner of Skin and Spa Center. And you know what? We did just have your commercial on. You're not going mobile anymore, because you know what? It's better. You can offer so much more to have somebody where you can sit with them, do something privately, and it's really nice because it's one-on-one. I got to do that with you, and it was really awesome. You helped me quite a bit, and she can help anybody, whether you are a teenager, a male, or a female. And she's offering for the first 10 callers, you're going to get $100. It's a beauty camp that you're getting, and it's $100 worth. It's a camp that you're doing that's normally $100. Is that what it is? And you do all sorts of things there? Mm-hmm. Okay, so our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free it's 1-866-536-1100. And I know that you will help anybody, but what I did with me, and I think that we might have older listeners, you know, here on this show. We do tend to have that.
I just recently had 2 ladies that are 73.
Yes, and so what happens is when you get older, these things start changing, and everything that you thought that you had just doesn't really work. And then when you go to, let's say, the difference of going to somebody who is at the counter, when you do that, and that, they just are selling you.
I'd like to talk about that, because that was a frustration of mine when I first started doing this 20 years ago. And I'm 45. I go to the department store to buy Estee Lauder, because at that time I just bought it and hid the credit card receipts from my husband. You know, a good marriage is built on lies, right? Anyway, it's supposed to be a joke. But every time I would go back, there would be a new girl, and she'd be in her 20s, and she's telling me about eye cream. She didn't have one wrinkle. And I'd say, well, the last girl said I should have this eye cream, and she says, oh, you shouldn't have that one. Didn't offer to buy back what I hadn't used or whatever, and just sold me another one. That's crazy. That makes me so angry.
Right.
You go to Ulta, and yeah, there's a lot of products in there, but I go in there because I want to see what they have compared to what I have, and I don't have anybody waiting on me.
Right, that's another thing about that. Today's world, too, has changed. You're now it's everything self-serve.
Yes, and you get no service.
You get none.
And you don't get anyone, and well, I mean, it's just a gross generalization, but at this age, I'm getting really picky. You know, my time's valuable too, and my money is going to be spent somewhere, and I want it spent in the places I'm going to get benefits and results from.
All right, so let's talk about some of those things that we did that were very interesting. That was there was a machine that you had. That was, I'm calling a machine. It was a, you know, whatever you would call it, a doohickey that just did something wonderful. Let's talk about that.
Okay, there is a reason that people show fine lines and wrinkles. There is a reason that we age, and some people do not age gracefully. It happens to be about dead skin. You know, I have this visual that is grapes, raisins, and cornflakes. Grapes are your, you know, where your cells are born. The raisins are where they become dehydrated, and your cornflakes at the top are where your skin cells die. And over time, your skin cells the dead ones can mount up to 30 layers. Doesn't that sound like
we're all a bunch of cornflakes?
Yes, we are. And what this tool does, along with a product that we sell called Microderm Appeal, which is chemical peel and microdermabrasion together. It's a cream you put on, leave on for a couple minutes, and then you use this tool. It's called a professional skincare tool, and you use the tool to go around the circular motions to remove the dead skin. So the chemical peel will loosen, like your dead skin on the top is like brick and mortar, and the chemical peel ingredient will loosen the mortar so that this professional skincare tool can take off the cornflakes. And, you know, I try to do that twice a week, each time I wash my hair, because it is a bit messy, and I do it in the shower. It's a waterproof tool, and it makes such a difference in how your skin care products soak in. Like, have you ever put on makeup sometimes, and if it's a liquid, this side of your face will like roll because there's dead skin coming off? With the products the way that they're made these days, they will do anti-aging, even if you do not do anything more aggressive like the skincare tool with the Microderm Peel. You know, there's all sorts of treatments that will take the place of, yes, you can go and get those done. You can. You know, for $62 for this microderma peel, you get like 8 treatments. And when you go get a microdermabrasion at a you know, a professional place, even a Medi Spa, it's $150 each time you have that treatment. And I mean, if you have all the money in the world and you have time to go do that, that's great. But I kind of am in a hurry, and I like to know what I need to do on a daily basis and weekly basis.
You also have something at the camp that you were talking about that you have, and it's called, and I see it here, it's called No Needle Botox. What is that?
It's a product.
Okay.
So it's a product that addresses those areas that a lot of women, and I think men are too, concerned about. Like the line between my eyebrows used to be, I call it my angry line, because I had red hair at the time and I was very angry, and you know how you squint and then you get this line right here? And this product has helped me with that. I mean, I'm not opposed to Botox. I just personally don't like needles. Mm-hmm. And so the no needle Botox is for like the marionette lines, the ones that come down from your mouth. Mm-hmm. They're also for the expression lines that come from your nose to your mouth, and then anything around your eye area. Mm-hmm. And you know, any place that's really what you want to address.
So, okay, all of this, let's talk about the camp again, because we're going to go soon, and I want you to get that information out. It does go by fast, but still you have a few more minutes, and I just want to make sure that we talk about that. When they go to the camp and they're with you, how long is it, and what can they expect when they get there?
The camp is at least 2 hours, and honestly, it really depends on the questions, because I'm there to take care of what they need. And I don't always know that until they show up and I see their skin, and there's a couple of tests we have to do. We've got a scientific skin test that actually answer questions, and it will come out with a prescription on what you should be on. We didn't do that with you because we were at your house, but that's a tool that I just got back interested in, because I'm helping a person right now that has a lipid barrier that is shrinking, whatever that means, right? But anyway, her skin is very sensitive, but she's only 45, and if she doesn't start treating that lipid barrier, she's going to lose a lot of elasticity and collagen. And those two things are very important as you age to keep your skin looking plumper. Mm-hmm. So I went back to that skin analysis that we did, and I was talking to her on the phone, and I went, oh my God, this is exactly what you're going to, you know, where we started, and I was really happy to know that where we are right now is where we need to be. But it was, you know, I didn't spend enough time educating her on why we were putting her on this product line versus this product line versus that one. Because what she needed, when I first gave her, was too strong for her. So we need to back off and do something more sensitive. Now she's ready to have anti-aging with the stronger product.
What other things can they expect? You also do a color analysis, besides just the skincare, the anti-aging. What else?
Another thing that's really beneficial, well, it was to me, is to find out what your body type is. And you know, there's 4 body types for women, and I think most women kind of know what looks good on them and not. But there are clothes to buy, no matter how much weight you gain, no matter how old you are, that will still look better just because you know your body type. I mean, I know I'm an hourglass, and I'm overweight right now for what I'd like to be, but I'm 64 years old, and so I'm not going to go naked. I still wear hourglass clothes, and there's certain things you can wear on the top that I have good-looking legs, thank God, so then I can just kind of hide the rest of it with. There's all sorts of shopping tips and techniques, especially here where we live. There's great designers, great clothes that we can actually feel really girly and fun again.
You know what, and I think that's what people out there that are listening to this show that have gone through this, where you just realize that you just can't wear the same things anymore, and you really can't wear the same colors anymore. There's just a little bit that you need. Sometimes a help in that direction is really nice. Cheryl was great. I loved working with you. So did everybody else. Yeah, thank you. And I'm gonna let you call throughout the rest of the show for this. This is $100 value. It's a 2-hour or more. It could be on whatever it is, because it's all on you. It's a beauty camp, and she's gonna give that to the first 10 callers. And I'm gonna let you call throughout the rest of the show just to get yourself entered in to win this. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. You've been doing this for how long?
20 years.
20 years, and she's really good, and I love the fact that she does it step by step, and if you don't like something, she's not pushing you into it. She's just going to show you what she thinks, and then you get to make your own mind up.
Thank you, Carol.
Well,
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Here we go. We're going to give you her information. It is 480-707-9459. Her website is imageskinandspa.com, and call throughout the rest of the show for this at 602-277-5369. And get beautiful.